For 14 years, Kim Chung-hwan had been doing God's work, a calling that would ultimately lead to his death. In August 2011, the 46-year-old South Korean missionary was working in Dandong, China, helping North Koreans cross the border and defect when he suddenly dropped dead. His wife, who's speaking publicly for the first time, had called him 15 minutes earlier. He told me he was meeting a North Korean defector and would then come home, she told me. An hour later, I got a call and raced to the hospital. I found him dead, with foam coming out of his mouth. Hospital officials said the father of two had committed suicide by swallowing pesticides. His wife is convinced he was poisoned by a North Korean agent. He was aware of the dangers. He knew his work was a threat to the North Korean regime, but we never thought it would cost him his life. An official autopsy by the Chinese government would reveal there was no poison in his system. When we contacted authorities, they refused to comment. Fearful of a cover-up, his wife went to the morgue before his body was cremated and collected samples of his blood on a glove. She returned to South Korea and gave it to officials. Government authorities here in Seoul won't speak to us on camera, but they have shown us the official forensic report on the investigation into Mr. Kim's death. It reveals that poison was detected on the blood samples at a level that would kill a person immediately. It's not the first time North Korea has been implicated in attacks against South Korean citizens using a poison-tipped needle like this one disguised in a pen. In 1996, a South Korean diplomat working in Vladivostok was poisoned. The following year, a North Korean couple claiming they wanted to defect were caught trying to poison a politician. And in 2011, a North Korean spy was arrested in Seoul during a foiled attempt to kill a prominent activist. Fellow missionary Sok Sa-hyun says his friend feared for his life. Before his death, we'd heard a rumour that Mr. Kim was on North Korea's terrorist list. His murder has frightened other missionaries, but we must continue his work. One of the people Mr. Kim helped was Kim Myung-ok. She and her family were starving in North Korea when he helped them escape. I was so upset when I heard the news. We would have died of hunger. He saved our lives. One man was arrested in connection to the murder on espionage charges and sentenced to 4 years. But that's little comfort to his grieving wife. He was too young to die. We had so many plans and dreams. He was taken away from us in such a cruel way. Anna Corin, CNN, Seoul.